I'm Ellen McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York on February 9th. If I can direct your eyes to the back of the food log, because this week I had it on my heart. I kept saying to myself, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. And I just love Billy Graham. Billy Graham, I know, took a rocket to heaven. He walked the walk, he talked the talk, he was who he said he was. And he talks in here about we pay attention to the appetites of our body, but do we pay attention to the appetites of our soul? Do we give it soul food? Remember they used to talk about soul food? They're talking about real food, but I'm talking about prayer, meditation, exercising that soul on a daily basis. When I listen to praise and worship music, when I do my daily prayer intentions, when I just have conversations with God, I'm feeding that soul. I'm fortifying the soul so that I can fight the appetites of the world, because they're there. They're there. They are going to always be there. So one of the things I think is during Lent, it's coming up. It's next weekend's, the next Thursday's the 19th, and then the following Wednesday's Ash Wednesday the 22nd. So next week, we will talk about Lent. And anybody who knows me knows this. I love Lent. I love it. I love Lent with a passion. It is a beautiful time to get closer to God, to remember our baptismal promises, and to renounce Satan and all his works, and to try and be the best people we can be. And I want to make the announcement tonight that between February 23rd, which is the Friday, which is the Thursday after Ash Wednesday, we have a meeting that day, February 23rd, whatever you weigh that day, on April 6th is Holy Thursday. We're going to have a weigh-in, and then we're all going to go up to Mass together. And if you say, I'm not going to Mass, I'm not, no one's forced to, but you're welcome to weigh in and go up to Mass together. But whoever loses weight between February 23rd and April 6th will get a beautiful recognition of making a Lenten intention for whatever offering you may have. I want to lose weight during Lent for whatever your intention may be. Because we have to remember that the food isn't going to satisfy us. It never has. The alcohol doesn't satisfy. Drugs don't satisfy. You don't see drug addicts on the Kelly Clarkson show. See, I don't have to talk about the past. I have a very relevant, I know Kelly's got a show, I've never watched it, but you don't see people on the Kelly Clarkson show going, I love being a drug addict. It's the best thing I've ever done. No, people don't want that. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to have food for the soul. I love Dorothy Day. Anyone who doesn't know her knows she's up to be a saint, that she did so much to help other people. And she wrote, food for the body is not enough. There must be food for the soul. So from Lent, February 23rd to Holy Thursday, we're going to have a Lent loss. And you know, I get these reports working for the county. And today I got the report from 2022 from the health department. And this is just Onondaga County. 60% of everyone, man, woman, child, in Onondaga County, 60% are obese. Obese. 10 in every 1,000 people in Onondaga County commit suicide. I think that's high. It's even higher than the percentage of New York City. And I feel that we need to do a couple of things to address this. We need to address our own weight and be examples to others and lights to others. And we also need to be lights to people. You never know who is contemplating that. You just don't know. And we need to be lights, and we need to help in any way we can. And you know, in this article from Billy Graham, he says, many people turn to alcohol to try to drown out the longings of the soul. And if you watch the news, all you hear about is these people who are trying to get tickets for the Taylor Swift show and the Beyonce show, and they're going, I want to see Taylor. I mean, they are living. And I'm thinking, if Jesus Christ said he was going to be there, would Ticketmaster blow up? Would it? Would it? You think it would? I hope it would. I hope he would get more hits than Beyonce or Taylor Swift, but I'm not so sure. So that's what we're going to try to do. Not only feed our souls, but spread the word. And as I talk about souls, I want to go right into the song, It Is Well With My Soul. And I told this story a few years ago, but it stayed with me, especially at this time of my life, because you think you experience tragedy. You think you're going through a difficult time, and then you hear about someone else. Horatio Spafford was well-to-do in Chicago, lost a lot of his property during the Chicago fire, and then his son was killed at age 4, his only son, from a fever. And then after the fire, he says to his wife, let's just go on a European holiday. He had money. So she took the 4 girls, went over, and their boat sank. She was miraculously saved. She was unconscious, but some wood got beneath her, and all 4 of the daughters perished. And he took a boat to go over to England to be with his wife after the death of his 4 girls, children. And the captain came out and said, this is the spot right here where the ship went down. And he stood there and he prayed, and then he wrote the hymn, It Is Well With My Soul. And I'm going to play that hymn tonight. And to me, that is the strongest faith there is, to go through that unbelievable grief and unbelievable pain and still know that God has a plan, that God is in control, and that he loves us. So it is easy to be grateful and good when things are going your way. It's a lot harder to keep going forward when you are faced with illness, challenges, etc. So we're going to listen to that song tonight, and I want you to remember when he wrote it on that ship. And I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.